Well, folks, I've seen the video, and Fox News is playing it, and I got to tell you, shouldn't have tased her. Shouldn't have tased her. He put his hands on her first. He then tried to arrest her. She did resist, but instead of being a normal human being, by the way, the guy towers over her. Yeah, he's got a big pudgy belly, and he looks like he's out of shape, and he looks like he's got a power trip, but there's no reason to tase the woman twice. Tased her twice. And the department is defending the actions. We did have that caller trying to defend the actions of the police officer in the first place. This is a traffic stop. This is a ticket. I don't even know why she's out of the car to begin with. Should have just given her a ticket and went on. He shoves her, and then it goes in from there. She's like, you're going to shove a 72-year-old woman? That's when he pulls out the taser. He's a taser tough guy, folks, and he does tase this woman. So we're going to go to Scott, Eric, Mark, Gordon, and more on the other side of this clip. It's Fox News tasing a 72-year-old woman. Hit it.
Take me down. Don't take me down. The phone out. 72-year-old woman. Give me the I'll sign it. Get over here now. Give it to me and I'll sign it. Oh, you're going to shove me? Ma'am, you're going to shove a 72-year-old woman? Yes, that. Go ahead, Blake. Hell, 72-year-old woman needs to sit back or I'm going to tase you. Put your hands behind your back. I'm getting back in my car. You're going to be tased. Stop. I'm getting back in my car. No, ma'am. Take it. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Now put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. You're going to be tased again.
And there you have it. Tased.
Come on. That woman didn't need to be tased. She was ready to get back in her car and sign the little piece of paper, and that guy shoved her first, and he shoved her again. Must feel like a real tough guy shoving a 72-year-old woman who might weigh 120 pounds. I know that makes me feel real tough. In fact, you know what? I think that after the show, I'm going to ride down to the local old folks' home and hang out there till breakfast time. I'm just going to go start shoving old people. Make me feel real good about myself, real powerful, real tough. Give them the gun show, you know what I'm saying? And then, maybe I'll use one of the bear mace cans we have here and just start macing them too. Nothing gets me off more than attacking old folks. That's really what I like to do. All right, let's go to Scott in Washington. Scott, you're on the line.
I wasn't going to call in tonight, but I had to after listening to Cindy Sheehan's interview tonight. And, of course, she's always been a warrior, but, she's becoming more of an Infowarrior than anything now. And I wanted to read just a quick paragraph to kind of sum up the sentiment that she's talking about, just about how phony the so-called anti-war movement is.
Please do.
Yeah, and it's out of the it's out of the Motley Moose, and it's called the Anti-War Dilemma: How to Protest the President You Trust. And they were talking about the thing last month, the ASU where Obama attended. This was the one that Ernest Hancock had passed out the DVDs. And just a real quick paragraph in here. It says, some want protests at presidential events to be transformed into rallies where activists thank the president rather than picketing. They suggest peace activists bring signs that convey a positive message, such as thank you for your efforts towards peace, rather than more contentious signs that are routinely brandished by protesters on the nightly news. Now, if you read the rest of this thing, this whole thing will make you vomit, but that just goes to show you, just how phony the so-called left are with that. They don't care anything about the cause. They just care about what's in it for them.
I absolutely agree, my man, and I think that's a great quote. I thank you for the call. Let's go to Eric in Pennsylvania. Eric, you're on the line. Yes, Eric.
I can't believe that cop, man. If that was my grandma, dude, I would be hunting that guy down. Uh-oh.
Hey, you can't say those kind of things. Hunting him down to do what, sir? To reprimand him for his illegal activities? Yes.
Just smack him on the back of his hand and tell him he's bad.
Yeah. He didn't even get that. He probably got some pats on the back. You got that woman.
No, he got promoted. He's the police chief now, boy.
Well, Art Aceveda, you know, who's been in studio, is his boss. So I'm hoping that now that the video cam is out, that Alex Jones does take a look at this information, tries to get Aceveda back in studio and says, hey, why are your cops really tasering this old woman? I mean, at the point where he's ready to arrest her, it should not be that hard to literally cuff her. You know, she's an old woman. You know what I mean? You can cuff her without putting her down with a tase. I mean, he tossed her around really easily. It wasn't hard to shove the woman. I mean, if a pudgy guy like that shoves me, I'm not going to move maybe 2 inches. An old woman like that moves 2-3 feet, you know? So there's no reason for him to whip out the taser, my man.
It's just pathetic. But anyway, you know, I always have, you know, 1,000 things to call about. First, I'd like to say, if my mom only knew how much I love Cindy Sheehan, she would be extremely jealous. But
okay.
Let's turn the clock back to last year when Glenn Beck was trashing Ron Paul for his money bomb. Mm-hmm. You know, basically calling us terrorists and talking about how beef and vendetta and how we were all going to blow up the government. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that?
Oh, absolutely. And now he's just turned that into 9/11 truth because Ron Paul's his ally. See, he doesn't want to demonize Ron Paul anymore, number one, because he has a large fan base and he knows that, and even a large fan base outside of 9/11 truth. And those that are in 9/11 truth, he's trying to co-opt and say, well, you know, I'm not going to go with you there, but look, I like Ron Paul. And number two, this guy has gained legitimacy everywhere. Everything he said has come true. The Federal Reserve has raped us even further. The economy has gone down the tubes. Now the auto industry has gone completely bankrupt. Everything Ron Paul was talking about 18 months ago came to fruition, didn't it?
Absolutely. And look what Ron Paul did. He created Campaign for Liberty. And I'd also like to say that, you know, I donated to the Infowarriors money bomb last year, having complete confidence that Alex Jones was going to do what he said. And, dude, every time I put PrisonPlanet.tv on and I see what you guys did and I see you, because I know you wouldn't be there if it wasn't for that money bomb.
It's true.
I am extremely proud of myself, and I hope everybody goes out and promotes it. And you know what? Last year, Alex Jones did basically an 8-hour straight Saturday show, and I really wish you guys did something like that this year, man. We really need to, you know, push this, fast track the agenda.
Well,
here.
Who knows? Maybe we'll go beyond midnight tomorrow night. Alex is going to be promoting it on his 4-hour show. He's going to be taking over for my show. I'm going to be popping in from time to time, and who knows how long we'll go. Eric, thank you so much for the support, man. I love you, man. Hey, let's go to Mark in Minnesota. Mark, you're on the line. Yes, sir.
See, I was just listening to Alex Jones today, you know, and after he broke the story about the VFW, you know, and being required to register all their weapons or something, apparently. Mm-hmm. And I came in and looked in my mail, and I had an interesting letter from the County Emergency Management Department, apparently sent to all the businesses in the county. Mm-hmm. They're updating their list of local resources needed in case of emergency.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what do they want to know? Your square footage, you know, what your building can handle in light of a disaster?
No, they want to know if you have a bulldozer or excavator, a backhoe, a compressor, cranes, crawlers, cutting torches, earth movers, forklifts, generators mounted on trailers, loaders, water pumps, tractors.
Basically everything you would need to hijack in the case of a martial law or a mass roundup, huh?
Yeah, and apparently they're updating their list. They apparently have a list.
Well, of course they do. You know, one of the things we've talked about on the program, and I thank you for the call, Mark, is that they went out in 2007 and started sending out to man, I can't even think about what it is. The funerals, not funerals, cemeteries. They were sending out cemeteries to see, well, could you handle thousands of bodies if something were to happen? And how much square footage do you have? And what kind of equipment is there? And in case of a pandemic, I mean, could we house thousands of bodies? Could we make mass graves there? And this was, you know, I don't have it in front of me. It's in the stacks outside, but 2007 New York Cemetery Department. Oh, well, we just want to know, you know, how many empty coffins do you have? And, you know, would it be okay if we just came and surveilled your land? Very American. All about freedom. And folks, before the segment's up, I am going to play this Glenn Beck clip one more time, where again, Glenn Beck says that 9/11 truthers are promoting the murder of an innocent security guard at the Holocaust Museum in D.C. Nothing could be further from the truth. He's saying that we are promoting this guy as a hero who killed this innocent man. Nothing further from the truth. He's saying that 9/11 Truth wants to destroy America. Again, nothing further from the truth. And he also says that we're willing to work with white supremacists and Al-Qaeda because we all hate the Jews, apparently. All hate the Jews, apparently. Have you heard that tagline before?